try again. We're good. That's all it takes. The interwebs do not make sense. Are you gonna be moving your mic around a lot, or is that okay right there?
It should be
You
fine.
jam it.
I was gonna put it in between it, and that seemed even more dangerous.
Yeah,
so,
very dangerous. Holy moly! What an opening to week 1 of football. It is here, and I'm very excited. Great day.
Yeah.
Great day of football. Great week
sure?
of football. Not really. We'll get in. We'll get into the nitty gritty here soon enough. I want to cover social media real quick for a few minutes.
Okay.
Because Vince is very it didn't happen on Twitter, so Vince is very
Yeah, I have no idea.
not attuned into what's going
This is
on.
Facebook,
For one,
man.
regular big time listener, muscular military Matt. I've been following him along on Facebook, and it has been hysterical. Obviously, he's a Seahawks fan. Donated this beautiful jersey behind me. He is like trolling every single Seahawk page, anybody who tweets about the Seahawks, and I've been following this for like the last 2-3 weeks. Every single time there's a comment that he makes, he just says, "We're so fucked." Every single time, it's hilarious. And it's been weird too. Following, like, I feel like Vince was almost a revolutionary because Russell Wilson, for the most part, has been thought of as a good guy and a competitor and a really good quarterback and stuff like that.
He was a saint of Seattle.
Yeah, Vince was way ahead of the curve, and now that he has left Seattle, it seems like things are turning against him. I mean, I'm seeing multiple posts. It feels like as a whole, Seahawks fans have definitely turned against him, and it's very strange seeing it happen in real time. So there's been like, and it's not even just on like, Vince and like other fans just being petty. There's been like full blown Twitter reports and like articles written about stuff like this. So apparently, here's one of the reports is that Russell Wilson was livid at Pete Carroll for holding back the 2019 MVP bid by trying to be more run-centric, stuff like that. There's also a lot of there was a report done by, I believe, The Athletic called Inside the Russell Wilson and Seattle Seahawks Drama that led to the Broncos trade. And there was stuff alluding to that even the Seahawks had actually tried to trade Russell Wilson to the Browns in 2018 for the number 1 overall pick, which they claimed they wanted to get Josh Allen. Maybe be revisionist history, but the fact is that they actually gave an offer to the Browns. In 2018, mind you, they wanted to offer up Russell Wilson. So obviously, it's like the whole world has turned against Russell Wilson besides a large majority of Bronco fans.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's funny. Vince was the turn of the tide, so to speak.
See, I just hated him because he was a Seahawk. I didn't.
Apparently, everybody hates him
didn't
now, based off of my 2 articles that I shared and
Well,
things I've heard from.
Let's also not forget that like Seahawks fans are the worst fans in football, and it doesn't matter.
That's pretty. Worse than
pretty
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Philadelphia fans.
yeah,
Okay.
most definitely. Because like at least those fans have cared for the entirety of the franchise, whereas like Seahawks fans, for one, again, they didn't decide to start paying attention until 2012.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then Russell Wilson is like the first time that they felt connection to something. And then what happens when that guy is gone? They just turn their backs on him. Like, I think that tells a lot about the state of Seattle fans. So,
Yeah, and it sucks too for a lot of Seahawks fans who are like actual like producer Ron.
right.
Like, if you asked him, he would tell you some receiver from the 90s or something. Like there are those fans who are.
Yeah, I'm not
who
saying they
are
don't
real
exist. I'm generalizing, but obviously every fan base has like the diehards that.
But there is a lot of it's funny if you think about it, like Patriot fans and like Alabama fans. Like if you're under the age of 27, just shut your mouth. Like
You
you've
don't
never
get to ever
you've
talk
never
about
experienced
anything.
real pain in your life. You
Yeah.
don't know what agony is. Like no matter the worst thing that you've gone through in your personal life, you still don't have room to talk because at least you have your favorite team who's dominant all the time. So
Yeah.
those people can't talk. But side tangent, I don't know. I don't know where that came from, but maybe it's because Alabama won this week against Texas. That was pretty close.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been Facebook's been popping off. Vince, you also missed. I thought about texting you and asking you to come to the rescue because I was getting slandered.
Knew I would've.
I was getting slandered on Facebook.
You
So
knew I would have.
obviously, the Queen died this
Oh,
week.
that one, yeah.
The Queen of England.
Yeah, right.
No, nobody cares.
I say good.
Good riddance. This is what George Washington died for.
Yeah, now all those British people can stop talking stupid. Like you can talk like normal people now.
Wait, what?
But anyway, that obviously that happened. That was the biggest thing on Thursday.
Yeah.
Except for as Americans, Thursday Night Football was the biggest thing. So anyway, the NFL was like, there was a post that was like, NFL will hold a moment of silence for Queen Elizabeth before the game. So I shared that and said the NFL is just spitting on the graves of every soldier who fought and died in the Revolution.
That's a great post.
But then somebody commented and said, "What?" And obviously I don't care about Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't care about anybody. I'm just being so obviously I doubled down.
Yeah.
Hardcore. I said 7,000 American revolutionaries lost their lives to rid our country of English royalty, and here the NFL is paying tribute to the very tyranny we sought to destroy.
That's so awesome. And this
And the response was, yeah, aware of the history and our alliance with Britain for 200 plus years. I guess I don't understand why this is what you're choosing to say after someone's death.
good Lord, dude.
96 years old, and
96 years old.
and represents a monarchy that colonized and like just they also brutalized
a lot of incest.
India, Africa.
Preach it, Tim.
They still hold on to Northern Ireland for some stupid reason. They don't let go of Scotland even though they want to go somewhere.
The Targaryens are
wanna
based off of English monarchy.
Like it's just I get that
Well, you gotta be careful,
she
'cause everybody
was
loves the Targaryens too.
as far as queens go, yeah, she was probably a nice lady, but just the idea of having a queen in this day and age is so ridiculous. I get it's just like their tradition.
It's
but-
archaic.
Yeah, but
And the fact that people care.
yeah.
Yeah.
Americans should
unbelievable.
not care. Like there's this
In the
weird
slightest.
fascination.
It's almost like celebrity worship
Yeah,
of
it's
some
wild.
archaic monarch.
I don't get it.
It's very
Those
backwards.
are brilliant posts, by the way.
Thank
Those
you.
are
I thought it was
amazing.
hilarious. I couldn't believe
That's
somebody was.
great.
I couldn't believe somebody was going to die on the hill of Queen
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
that is unreal.
we're not getting big in England anytime soon.
But my point,
yeah.
well, we don't want to be big. we have certain standards and integrity.
I will say I was kind of nervous. Americans went hard on the whole death of Queen Elizabeth thing on Twitter even, and I was like, guys, 9/11's right around the corner. You better slow your roll. Slow your roll. They're gonna be right back at it.
But my point though with the whole Facebook post is Matt came to my rescue since Vince wasn't
Nice.
there.
Dude, call on me, man.
And
I'll
a
come
response to her what was Matt says because it's funny and it makes for a great podcast discussion.
He gets it.
You're the
you know
man,
what,
Matt.
Matt?
You're
You
the
get
man.
it, man.
Gets it.
We
Yeah.
can put our
Let's see.
football differences aside.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to seem like your differences are getting smaller and smaller. You're
I know.
starting
right?
to agree
What
on
is
a lot of
happening?
things.
No, I'm surprised I didn't get some rando like a negative comment.
Yeah, hold
on
on.
mine.
I'm gonna. Can I read what you posted, Tim? Is that
yeah,
okay?
yeah, go
So
ahead.
Tim, after I posted this, Tim went even more hardcore. And there was a post. It was the Los Angeles Rams post. Just a typical game days here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Tim's post verbatim. With all due respect to those Americans who inexplicably care. Say it again.
It's okay.
Inexplicably.
Inexplicably care.
Nice. ...
I don't give a flying fuck about the Queen. An old racist figurehead died. It happens. It's time for more important things like football. Let's go Rams.
That beautifully said, Tim. Honestly, you
And
guys both did great. Why are you guys not doing Twitter?
He even got a comment too. He got multiple comments. Someone said, "Way to go, Tim. That shocked me. That came from you."
Well,
And then another one said, "Wow, unbelievable."
he's one of those people that probably was really happy about it because he's kind of like one of those QAnon like conservatives and thought she was responsible for the
For 9/11.
the 9/11 and the world pedophilia cabal
ring, yeah.
So yeah, Facebook
yeah.
may be dead to most people, but Tim and I are out here still
Guys,
taking.
get on the Twitter. You guys
Nobody
are great.
responds to us on Twitter though. Like I post a lot of things on Twitter. Nobody responds.
Again, I got blocked by the Urban Meyer.
Okay, that's nice that
That's
you
great.
get stuff. I don't
I
get stuff.
you will.
You think so?
If you do shit like that, man, that's amazing. That's great.
I'm
I'm about to. Hey, you know what? Because obviously, it's our account. I'm gonna copy that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy that post, and we're just gonna post it right back on Twitter. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like anytime I post stuff on Twitter, it's literally only you and Grady
Hey, man.
who respond.
You know,
I'll throw a like in there every month or so when I get on there.
when you log in.
Like my tweet, wouldn't it make more sense if Notre Dame was the school playing in Ireland? Hilarious. Not a single like.
Well, because I'll have to be honest with you. That one wasn't very good.
I thought it was funny.
That's fine.
Fighting Irish should be playing in Ireland.
I get that.
Okay, we're not getting bogged down on social media. We just had a lot of fun on social media this week, and I thought that you should experience some of the joy since you weren't there. And also shout out to Matt for protecting the integrity of this podcast.
Yeah.
And next time, please do call on me. I will rip these people.
I will. I couldn't. Well, I didn't respond because it's
Yeah.
like this is fate. I'm not gonna get
Yeah,
into
who
an
cares?
argument on Facebook about the Queen of
Yeah.
the dead
Yeah.
Queen of England. Like,
Yeah.
but I just thought it was funny. I thought you'd appreciate that. So here we are.
Yeah. Everybody always wants to like make these like claims like, oh, they're people too. Okay, they have families. It's like, okay, that doesn't make them any less of a terrible
It's
person.
just the worship of it is like,
Yeah.
oh, she's such an inspirational person. and
royalty.
yes, like, oh yes, so inspirational. One day, maybe you will be born into a family where you can
be born into royalty.
into
A royalty that
into
doesn't
everything.
exist anymore. And
Yeah.
just be born
Right.
into it with mass amounts of wealth for an
Yeah.
unknown reason.
Yeah. No, but what was it? Damn it! I had it in my head and then I lost it. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, week 1 of football is here.
Yeah.
A very exciting week. We opened up on Thursday night football between the Los Angeles Football Rams and the Super Bowl favorites, I'd say, for a majority of analysts across every single platform, the Buffalo Bills. And I just want to say, I take back things I've said. I came into the season going, Bills are overrated. I don't know if the Bills are going to be the Bills without Brian Daboll. And I think the Rams are going to win this game.
Oof.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, so did a majority of the commentators thought that, but yeah.
No, the majority of the commentators said the Bills are the best
No,
team ever.
No, before the game,
Oh, yeah, the
pick,
pregame
the
stuff,
pick,
yeah, but
pick
that
stuff,
was-
yeah.
That was NBC. We don't have to worry about what they say.
Yeah.
But
That's
Tim,
okay.
which comes down to the question, what was the final score? 34 to 10?
Yeah, something like
Is Matthew Stafford a fraud?
that. I don't think.
3 interceptions.
Against one of the
Joe-
best defenses in the league, though,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow also threw like 3 or 4 interceptions today, and a
Yeah,
pick
but he
six,
also brought his team
yeah.
back after doing that.
He did.
Matt Stafford
Yeah,
just threw 3 interceptions and said, nah, I'm good.
No, our defense didn't show up.
Wait for my Little Caesars commercial.
Our offensive
Hey, hold on. Go
our
back.
offensive scheme isn't
I don't
isn't there
wanna
yet. I don't know.
interrupt Your
No, it's
talk
just-
about the Rams. Hold on. Why is Little Caesars the sponsor of the NFL pizza?
They out pizzaed the Hut. They did it.
But
They
it's
did
shots
it.
fired.
They did
Little
it.
Caesars is like the worst pizza
Hey,
ever.
no,
Hey,
okay.
it's
per
a
dollar,
it is,
per
it is
dollar,
a good it is a good deal.
per dollar.
I mean,
I'd rather have a DiGiorno's for $5.
ew, no,
Yeah.
fuck no.
it's still better than frozen
DiGiorno's is-
pizza.
yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
Delivery.
no, it's not. It
That's
is-
what the commercials say.
No, they say it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I don't know,
They could really say it's not delivery. It's garbage.
I would rather have DiGiorno's than Little
I'd-
Caesars.
I'd rather
you
have
the
I'd rather
taste
have-
buds of a 2-year-old.
I'd rather have Totino's than DiGiorno, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's first game of the season.
Okay, so
We don't like the overreaction
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that we're
yeah,
frauds,
yeah.
but wore the
Hold on,
wrong
Tim, I'm
wore the wrong hat. I was just gonna point.
we're talking about
and-
pizza.
Oh what?
He's
Oh, I thought
back to football.
I thought
baby.
I'm
we
still on
went back
pizza.
to football.
Not yet.
No, we're back
You
to-
tried to go back to
Oh my
football.
God.
The Rams aren't deserving of of a topic of conversation about football.
I didn't mean to.
The disrespect for the
Yeah, you need to
most
slow
current,
down there,
the
bud.
current
Your guys just lost
how
to
many
the- to
how
the
many
Giants,
how many
okay?
AFC championships have you won in the last 25 years?
Easy.
Yeah.
My
Count-
gosh,
Count
Tim.
them on 2 fingers.
I have a family.
Oh, no, yeah, it's
Yeah.
2. Okay, it's 2. It's 2. Yeah.
So if you could have any pizza be the sponsor of the NFL, who would it be?
No. Let's make this personal. If we could have any pizza be a sponsor of the podcast, let's make it personal.
Toppers.
Toppers, really?
Local.
Oh, if we're going local?
Local toppers. Well, we don't have to
Well,
go
then
local.
I'd be Ramos, baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Ramos.
Or Isles. I'd go Isles.
Oh, my gosh. There's a lot of good pizza around here.
Yeah. And Toppers isn't exactly local. They're regionally local. I
Yeah,
guess,
I just like Toppers.
Yeah.
All right, that's great. Let's reach out to Toppers, Isles, and Ramos.
Hey, I seen that dude at a strip club once. The guy who owns Ramos. So
Yeah.
it was,
Please expand.
I mean, that's pretty much the whole story. I went to a strip club with some friends
When
I
was
used
this?
to work with. Oh man, long time ago.
It's okay, Vince. You're single. You don't have to.
No, I'm being serious. This is when I still was a bartender. So I mean,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like 5 years ago.
yeah, it was a long
Okay.
time ago.
Anyway,
Yeah,
and
we
why
went
do you know what the owners of Ramos Pizza looks like?
we've gotten a lot of pizza from them before. So
And the owner delivered it?
one time, yeah, he has.
Hey, shout out to that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hard worker, man. So
He deserves-
he works hard. He plays
deserves
hard.
some
You know.
nakedness in his life.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not. It was the one on O Street.
Foxy
a very
Foxy
cheap-
lady.
The Foxy
Cheap.
Lady.
Are you saying
yeah.
it's a cheap institution?
I wouldn't say it was a cheap institution, but they definitely had like their
I've
C
al-
string in. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I've only been there
And, like,
one.
Not to objectify women, but that's kind of what I'm there for. You know what I'm saying? So
the
Yeah.
C string and the G string.
yeah,
Yeah, I've only been there one time, and I just remember throwing up in their bathroom. But,
I thought about throwing up
yeah,
like right there. I had
But-
nothing to drink.
Must have been the D squad that day.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And did you like talk to him when he was there, or you just kind of let him?
No, I just
Have
let
his
him do
dances and
thing.
free.
Yeah, he was. I mean, dude, he was throwing them. He was.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. If you
Making
ever-
it rain on them.
if you've
hoes,
if
you
you've
know what I'm saying?
ever eaten at Ramos Pizza, you
You're
support,
supporting local
you
business.
support local strip clubs
and local pizza,
and local pizza.
and it stays in the community, obviously. So
Yeah.
keep it. In
I've
the
never tried
community.
their barbecue though. Never tried that.
I've never tried their barbecue either, but
Yeah.
their brisket pizza is
Oh yeah,
Bomb.
so
The
goddamn
Kane-
The only
Kane's
the
favorite.
only pizza I like to have cream cheese on it.
nice.
yeah. Kane's
Nice.
favorites. Where
That's
it's at.
it's so good. I take it.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That's the one with the brisket, Frank's, bacon, cream cheese. Yeah.
Put it in
Just
put it in and around my
the-
mouth at all
Yeah.
times.
No, the,
so good.
The dribble of Frank's really.
Yeah, if you're an out of state listener and you ever get a chance to come through Nebraska, hit up some Ramos Pizza.
Mhm.
It's bomb.
Yeah. The pepperoni cream cheese is like their flagship for some reason, but I don't know why they don't put that one at the top.
Yeah, it doesn't
The,
matter.
with the brisket.
It's because it's a lot. There's a lot. You know, pepperoni cream cheese is like the Nebraska.
Yeah, and
thing.
it's a
Is
little
it?
cheaper. It's less ingredients.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Pizza Hut should definitely still be the sponsor of NFL, not Little Caesars. I prefer Big Caesars. Bad dad joke. I apologize. We'll keep the conversation moving since nobody laughed, and now we're in a very awkward situation. That's okay. That's okay. I'm glad when you don't laugh at me because I was listening through last week's podcast, and I don't know if it's because I was like really tired and angry, but I was in a bad mood before I started listening in the fence. But I definitely thought Vince was laughing way too much.
Yeah.
Like too many little giggles. It was
Just
bothering
giggly.
me.
I was just in a giggly
Just a
mood.
giggly
you know?
mood. Let's
just
cut it
happy
out,
guys.
Vince.
Giggly
That's what I'm
glad.
saying. My point is,
I'm
cut it out.
Listen, I'm just especially
Whoa.
happy today.
Are you?
know? Yeah.
How- why is that?
He's full of Schadenfreude.
The fuck does that mean? Don't you ever
Schadenfreude?
slander me with that,
Why are you in such a giggly mood today now?
dude? Just because everybody's as miserable as I am.
Yeah.
It's great.
Such a bad day of football.
Might be the worst 9/11 we've ever had.
Or the best
been
one
hol-
for you,
I've
apparently.
been holding it back. How dare you, Tim?
We're not aiming for the truck.
That's my favorite meme, dude. It's my favorite meme.
So why are you so happy about everybody's misery in football today?
Because I'm miserable in my football.
Why are you miserable?
Guys, my favorite college team, like what I live and
Hold on,
breathe and die
we'll
for,
save that for the end. We'll get to the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
NFL Sunday real quick before we get to college.
and my favorite professional team are just in shambles.
You don't know that.
I
yet.
do know that, Tim. I've been
It's
right about
tomorrow.
everything
It's
so
You know,
far.
you know what's so
Tomorrow.
funny? Vince complains about being in misery and stuff. The Broncos are gonna like win the Super Bowl, and he's just
They
gonna
are
be like,
not going to
yeah,
win the Super
Vince
Bowl.
is gonna be like, I'm just so
There's
miserable.
no chance. There's no chance. 0%. I'm saying that 0%
Okay,
chance.
so we get it. You're miserable. Why are you happy?
Because Because everybody else is as miserable as I am.
Because the Rams lost and that's it.
The Rams lost.
That's it?
Oh, and the Titans also.
The Giants.
To the Giants, baby.
Listen, I'm going to get a little serious
Yeah, at
here.
least we lost to a formidable opponent.
I need to get serious here. I'm going to get on my little
Do your thing.
step stool.
Do what you got to do.
Todd Downing is a fucking liability. I cannot tell. There was 4 or 5 third down and shorts that he botched.
Are you sure it wasn't that
By play
Tannehill just
calling.
can't win games?
No, it was botched play calling. Granted, Fat Randy missed his kick at the end of the game. Fat Randy missed a 47-yard.
Push that.
I'm gonna give.
Or
him
was that a
pass.
pull? Was that a push or a pull?
I will give. It was a pull. I will give Fat Randy a pass because I like Fat Randy. Randy Bullock is he came in for the Titans and helped us out in the kicking situation when we needed it most. He had a bad kick. Okay, here's the thing: kickers can bounce back from bad kicks. Okay, like sometimes it just happens. It's part of the game. You're not going to make every kick, especially when the game's on the line. It sucks. We want you to be clutch all the time, but it happens. McPherson missed a kick today, who was clutch for Cincinnati last year. We had a couple other kickers miss. It's just part of the game. But Randy will bounce back. Do you know who won't bounce back? Dipshit offensive coordinators who think they're the smartest person in the league. They don't change. Those kind of people don't change. And I'm specifically talking about Todd Downing, the offensive coordinator for the Titans, doing end-around BS, doing stupid trick throw plays on third and you have the commentators. The commentators said, hey, you know that Derrick Henry guy? He's like 6'3", 265 pounds. He's really fast, stiff arms guys. He was averaging, what was it,
Over
4 yards?
over
Over
4
4 yards a carry.
Never heard of her.
You son of a bitch.
No, that's what he would be saying. Because he
That's
kept
what Todd
because he
Downing
kept
would be
throwing
saying.
it to Hilliard. What he was doing okay.
Yeah,
He was doing pretty
Triggered
okay.
Tyler there for a second.
Yeah.
I was
Thank
I
you.
was acting as
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you for
No,
clarifying.
I have him on my team. I'm a little bit pissed.
Anyway, you have a
He
guy
didn't
who's
have a fucking
averaging over
touchdown.
4 yards a carry. A guy who falls and gets 2 yards automatically.
Yeah.
And you're on 3rd and 1. What's
Hand it to the tight end, baby.
What are we doing? Obviously. Yeah, Todd Downing, he had a lot of questionable play calls last year in our playoff loss to the Bengals. Tried to get too cute too many times. Tannehill had a bad game, okay? But I think part of that was on Downing. This offseason, I was so neglectful of football. I missed it so much that I was able to look the other way. Ryan Tannehill, you had a bad day. You talked about your depression? I don't know what you call it. His lows that he went through in the offseason. He took it personally. He did. And that made me feel bad for him.
He heard that
All's
Vince wanted
forgi-
him to die in a car crash.
All is
Oh my god.
all is forgiven, Tannehill. And Todd Downing, okay, maybe it was his first year playing calling with the group. Maybe he was just trying to get realigned with everybody and what they're comfortable with stuff. I gave everybody a free pass from losing a game to the Bengals that should never have even been close. Which we've talked about before. 9 sacks on Joe Burrow. They shouldn't have been in that game at all. I forgave everything because the Lord forgives me, I forgive others. That's what I'm supposed to do. Todd Downing is really pressing my forgiveness, and possibly Jesus's too. I don't want to speak for him, but the things that he did are borderline unforgivable. It's just
You could ask the Pope, I guess. He speaks for Jesus. So.
yeah, I don't trust him either. So we don't have to go. But yeah, so the Titans lost to the Giants 21-20. I give credit to Brian Daboll though. I love going for 2. Just such a ballsy call. I love it. And I think Brian Daboll's a good coach. Like I said, I give him a lot of credit for who Josh Allen is, and that's why I was reluctant to say the Bills are going to be awesome, which apparently they still are. But
If I recall, though, you were screaming, "Go for it, you fat piece of shit!" I think.
Do it.
Did I say
Oh
that?
yeah, do it, you fat piece of shit.
Did I say that?
Yeah, on their 4th and 1 attempt.
Yeah, when I watch Titan games, I kind of black out and just scream absurdities.
Just says things.
I just say whatever emotion I'm feeling. I step on the gas pedal and amplify that times 1,000. That's why I'm his fan. That's what makes me such a great fan. Okay, sorry, I have respect for Brian Daboll, but at the same time,
But on game
but
day, it changes.
He is pretty fat, and I don't like him.
I don't respect that.
Also, Lovie Smith is an absolute coward. Listen, I've never had anything against Lovie Smith. I kind of like Lovie
I
Smith.
like Lovie Smith.
But then again, when you're in overtime with a bottom tier roster against the Colts, 40 seconds left on the 48-yard line, 4th and 3, and you punt it because you want to tie. That you're dropping a notch in my book, Lovey. Come on.
I feel like if it was against any other team in the league,
Yeah, I would. I would care, but it was against the Colts, and I personally really needed that the Colts to have that loss.
Yeah,
and
especially now.
And Lovey robbed that of me. Jaguars lost too. Oh my gosh, the Colts and Texans are top of the table of the AFC South with a tie.
It's week 1, bud.
What a bad conference. 0-1, 0-1, 0-1, 0-1.
I mean,
Wow.
the AFC South's never been a powerhouse.
Hey,
I
shut
guess.
up, But all jokes aside, and obviously all of my misery aside, I had so much fun today. I pulled up pregame at 11. I made a bunch of good meals. The wife made some ribs and wings for us, which shout out to Robin. It was amazing.
Delicious.
Pasta salad, really good.
Delicious.
So overall, it was just a great day having football back, and it felt good to have to have purpose in life, something to look forward to. It's finally here, guys, and everything's gonna be okay. We have a bad day at work. Football's coming this weekend, baby. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I feel good. I'm happy football's back. The Bucks and the Cowboys are playing right now. I'm okay with missing the first half of that game, I think.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm okay. And is there anything you guys want to talk about specifically NFL before we move on?
Do you actually think that Matt Stafford is a fraud?
With a bum elbow, maybe.
Yeah.
He definitely has a bum elbow.
He had surgery on it, and I don't know how
Apparently,
good that is
affecting
feeling.
Then he should.
Also, they don't have an offensive line, and the defense. I don't know what the hell's going
But then,
on.
sorry, Tim.
Anyway,
I said that to you. I texted Tim Thursday night. I said, "Oh, is Matt Stafford a fraud?" And I said it again on this podcast. I'm just poking your butt.
And
I've been a big proponent of Matt Stafford for years.
But it's like, do you want to feel his ring hand?
I mean, honestly, if I could be slapped by a super wing, I would. Well,
That you seen that thing?
it is
gaudy.
I'm like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura, where he like pokes the bear so he gets punched, so he can see the indent of the ring in his forehead. I would graciously welcome that.
I'm just saying,
Do you want, how do you feel? Okay, go ahead and say what you said.
No, I'm just going to say, like, because Matt Stafford was talking, like, everybody was asking, like, how's the elbow feel? How's the elbow feel? It's like,
what else is he supposed to say?
Be honest.
Be a man.
Be a man. Be like,
It really hurts.
It was hurting him all last year.
It really hurts. It does not feel good, but I'm gonna play because I get paid the big bucks.
What's the sideline reporter's name? Andrews or whatever her name is.
Aaron Andrews. Whoa!
Listen,
don't disrespect Aaron Andrews, okay?
He's like, Matt Stafford's like, listen, Aaron, it really hurts. I mean, it's bad. I mean, I can barely throw the football out there. Imagine if that's what he said in the interview. You'd get called into Coach Sean McVay's office immediately, like, why are you doing that, dude?
Yeah,
Ask me.
Definitely not gonna.
What am I supposed to say?
Not gonna
Am I
help
supposed to
him
lie to
getting
Aaron Andrews' face.
Should have V-neck on. What do you want me to do?
And I've seen those titties. They're online. They're online, Coach. He's like, what? Where?
Sean's like, I'm gonna need
Hold on a minute. Where did you see these?
Proof of that?
We gotta make sure none
Can
of
you
the
send
other
me
players.
a link for research purposes?
I need to make sure none of the other players are looking at it. What's the link? I'm gonna block it on everybody else's computer.
Is that a real thing?
What? Aaron Andrews? Yeah, it was a huge deal because it was like a hotel. Like she was at a hotel. Before a game or something like that, and a hotel worker was like poking like cameras through like these holes and.
It was like through the peephole itself.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was
on the
actual
door.
people.
No, like
This is
on
wild.
the eyeglass on
yeah.
the door, like so you can see who's.
Oh,
behind
and
the
he
door.
took the eyeglass off.
Something
when
like
was
that, yeah.
this?
Yeah,
it
a
was
long time ago.
Real? I've never heard
Like
of this.
10 years ago.
Yeah, interesting.
Here, I'll pull them up for you.
No, that's
they're all grainy.
It was
and-
against her judgment too. Like it wasn't like she.
This
took
was
him
back
and
in the
sent him out. Yeah.
This is back in the day when your camera had like a 2 megapixel camera on it, probably.
And
It
I'm
was
just
a flip-
saying
it was
though,
flip
like
phone quality.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, if like OnlyFans was as big as it is then as it is now, like she could have really turned that into something.
Now she has journalistic integrity. Okay.
I'm sure she doesn't do too bad.
Yeah, she's
she's
doing
doing
fine
great.
working for Fox Sports.
But I think I mean I've seen some of the numbers that some of those girls make, and they make good money.
Is this like the third?
And they get to do it. And they get to do it like they get to have sex and make a lot of money. Like that's better than playing football and making a lot of money.
She doesn't play football.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this is like the third or fourth week you've brought up in a row that you brought up OnlyFans?
Dude, it's unfair. It's like not fair because all these girls that I follow who do magic content all of a sudden are like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna throw up my OnlyFans here. I'm like, you have an OnlyFans now? What's going on? Which is all I'm all about it. Get your money. But I'm just like, well, now it's gonna be weird when I have to retweet and like all your posts because you've given away magic stuff.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So don't come at me with that bullshit.
How do you feel about tomorrow's Broncos? And for the people, dedicated podcast listeners, tonight's game of Broncos and Cowboys. Seahawks, sorry.
It's close. I mean, the Seahawks are in shambles. So, I mean,
Geno Smith.
Again, we don't know. I don't expect them to have like
you don't even believe it.
Huh?
You don't even believe that he's their starter?
No, I don't think they know who's actually going to start. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Drew Lock does take snaps that game. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised. They don't
I wouldn't,
know.
I wouldn't be surprised if he starts the second half.
Going back to listener Matt, he had another Facebook post where somebody was talking about Geno Smith being a starter, and he was like, "I'd rather have the mascot be throwing passes over the Seahawks." But yeah, they're in a tough situation.
They're in shambles, and that's what's going to be. That's why I'm not going to watch the game. I won't watch it.
You're not going to watch it?
No, I'm not going to watch it because all they're going to do is talk about how it's Russell Wilson versus the Seattle Seahawks. It's like, okay, nope, it's the Broncos. It's the Broncos.
There's
brand new head
21
coach.
other players out here.
Yeah, brand new head coach. Like, let's see how he's doing. No, it's Russell Wilson versus the Seahawks. Okay, yeah. So I don't even want to deal with it.
My friends,
I'll look at the final score and it'll be fine.
So
what's the even point of being a fan of a team if you won't even watch their games? That's how I don't. Put it on mute, like maybe tune into like a.
But then he'd be
like
forced to
like
cheer
a,
for
like
Russell
a,
Wilson.
like a local.
I don't have to cheer for nothing.
Like get it online and listen to the local call on the radio or something like that. Like that way, maybe they're not. Well, they might be even worse. I don't know.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
But at least you don't have to see
the.
At least you don't have to see the weird graphics of him doing this. And
Vince, it's so funny. So all my friends. So I play in our podcast fantasy football league. I also have my like Seattle group of friends.
Cheater.
Fantasy football league, and we have a group chat. And like one of the first posts this morning that somebody shared on our group chat was a clip of Russell Wilson coming out to practice, and he was practicing high-fiving people coming out of the tunnel. Like it was just him running out onto the field, but he's sticking his hands out like he was high-fiving people.
How does anybody like him? I don't understand it. What's to like?
I think it's people who buy into false personas fairly easily.
I guess, man. I don't get it. But
in defense
all
of
of Seattle last
in
before
defense
last
of
year.
Seahawks fans, he was a part of a Super Bowl winning team so obviously you're gonna have a certain love for your own quarterback.
Yeah, he was a community figure there. I mean,
he visited children's hospitals.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
like they're all required to.
Because Russell Wilson knew that those dying kids, that their last wish was to see him. He knew that.
Yeah, true.
Maybe he could make them unlimited.
Maybe he could heal them.
He probably thought that.
Or he could show them
his newfound love for Jesus after, kind of out of nowhere.
He could show them what they could have been if they wouldn't have gotten cancer.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, look.
See me?
Look how great. You could be, of average height and in the NFL. How crazy is that?
Well, let's shift things over to the college landscape, which we have to talk about because we are a Nebraska-based podcast.
And even though every week Tyler says we're not going to talk about Nebraska football.
We're only doing this because this is breaking news.
Kind of a big deal.
This spans college
We're
football.
first to hear about it.
Spans college football. I shared it on the podcast story on Instagram 15 seconds after Nebraska shared Trev Albert's quote. We were one of the first ones to. There were no comments when I shared it.
I will say that there was lots of comments on Twitter before the chancellor even made a comment.
Okay, so here's the deal. The Nebraska football Huskers lost to a junior college called Georgia Southern last night.
We paid $1.462 million to.
We did?
Yep.
So we
The
paid
only
1
peop-
point. What's
It's
1.462 plus
it's the
7.5?
going rate.
Yeah.
That's how much money we paid to fire Scott Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Oh,
think
wait,
we were only beat by who was the other team that was upset?
A&M.
A&M. Yeah. They
Yeah.
were the only ones that lost to a team they paid more money to. They
Oh,
paid
yeah.
they paid over $1.5 million.
And
to
Notre
the
Dame
team.
lost to Marshall.
A lot of great losses. Notre Dame lost. Iowa lost. A&M lost. Texas lost. I don't. That was
But
a
to
that was a
Bama,
lose.
they got
lose.
kinda
I was like,
screwed
I would like
too,
Alabama to
but,
lose, but if
yeah.
they beat Texas and Texas lost, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nebraska lost to Georgia Southern, so they're 1-2. We lost Northwestern, barely beat North Dakota,
Mm-hmm.
and then came out and lost to
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern. I didn't watch the game, obviously. I watched the first half a little bit and was like, well, this is stupid. I'm not going to keep watching this. Listen, I have so much emotions wrapped in the Titans. I cannot afford another team. That just hurts me. And that's what Nebraska is. So Scott Frost, so all this to say, head coach Scott Frost of the Nebraska Cornhuskers was fired today on Sunday early this morning. I don't know. Before you say anything, let me talk real quick because I have a lot of mixed emotions about. I don't have a lot of mixed emotions because I don't really care, but I wanted Scott to be the guy.
Yeah.
You know, we all wanted
Everybody wants
and
that.
he had a very weird tenure. Mike Riley was absolute dog shit from the moment he walked in the building until he left. Scott Frost,
he made a bowl game off 5 games.
you
Somehow.
can make the argument that Scott Frost was that way too, but there were, as I said this last year too. Last year's Nebraska team we had a stellar defense. We had a top 10 defense in the nation, which is insane to think about since we won 3 games. We had an incredible defense, and for the first time in I would say close to 10 years, I actually had fun watching Nebraska games. Adrian Martinez included. I had fun watching Nebraska games, and we can fight about stuff like that all day, but there was hope for me at the end of the season because, like I said, for the first time, I was like, I actually want to turn on a game. I want to see us go down to the wire. I want to see us face good Big Ten teams like Michigan, and even Ohio State.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then this year, this was one of the worst football teams, worst defenses I have ever seen. So it was very obviously he needed to be fired. I'm surprised that honestly, like after that Northwestern game, there was no salvaging. It was clear to everybody that this season for the Nebraska Cornhusker football team was over. So Scott Frost is fired today. We placed Mickey Joseph. He's the wide receivers coach, correct?
Yep.
Think so,
The
yeah.
wide receivers coach is the interim coach, so we're going to still let Wibble Wobble do the offense, and we have Eric Chernander, who probably should have been fired with Scott
I think
Frost.
they should both.
I think
probably gone at
Eric.
some time.
So
but
as I
who
said,
else is going to do it? I guess I don't
which
know.
is mean to say because I
Mm.
just said that they were a top 10 defense last year, and I've never seen such a 180 flip on a defense. I think that defense was carried by a lot of talent that we didn't necessarily realize we had. We gave a lot of credit to Eric Chernander, which I think he did not deserve, especially looking at the defense now. He did not deserve any of it. We're looking at Damian Daniels on NFL roster, JoJo Doman, NFL roster. Who's the corner I'm thinking of? There's a defensive back.
Boodle.
Boodle, Cam Taylor-Britt. We had some good defensive backs. We had a lot of good players on the defensive side of the ball.
Williams.
When they left, when
Yeah.
they all left, we see what Chernander is without top tier 5th-year senior talent.
Some of them 6.
Yeah, Chernander deserves
Nothing.
whatever. He deserves no money.
Yeah.
So that's the state of the Nebraska football program and Scott Frost that we do want to give. Do you want to say something before we pay tribute?
I do have probably arguably the hottest take for this whole Husker or Scott Frost thing.
We get it. You love Adrian Martinez.
No. This is great. You're gonna love this.
Okay.
This is really funny. This was from Facebook, I believe.
Holy cow! This is a big Facebook podcast today.
You guys love Facebook
Yep.
for some reason. But this is a guy. Look him up, please. I'm begging everybody to look this guy up and comment on this because holy cow. His name's Evan Troxel. Troxel. I'm doxing
Great
this
name.
guy. Holy cow.
Troxel.
Yeah.
Doxing him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give it a second.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna read this verbatim here.
Okay. Who is he? Is he a reporter or
No, he's
Just a guy?
Just a guy.
how do you know him?
He is a friend of a friend of a friend that follows him on Facebook. And
So
he
you've
made
actually
this
met him?
post. No, I don't know. I don't think
Or
so.
one of your friends retweeted him? Or
No,
re-Facebooked him?
he screenshotted this and sent it to
Oh,
us.
okay. One of your friends screenshotted it, Doxel,
Yeah.
and sent it to you. Okay.
Yeah. Trev Alberts has just fired Scott Frost as Nebraska football head coach. Trev Alberts should be immediately fired as the athletic director at Nebraska for firing Scott Frost. Trev should immediately be uninducted into the College Football Hall of Fame and have his jersey number at Nebraska immediately unretired. Nebraska just got a lot worse as a football team, and Nebraska will be awful in the long term for a long time.
Is Troxel Scott Frost burner account?
So hold on. That just sounds like okay. This guy is just like fully on the
this is Scott Frost.
Kool-Aid.
It is Scott Frost.
It's about to get wild, guys. Okay,
there's
Hold
more.
Hold on. Nebraska will probably win on Saturday versus Oklahoma to supposedly, I'm doing air quotes right now, supposedly
Did he
validate the fact that Scott Frost firing was the right thing to do when it absolutely wasn't the right thing to
big
do.
conspiracy?
Mickey
Wow.
Joseph,
Okay.
parentheses, who will be interim head coach, end parentheses, has connections to LSU. And many of these people who have connections to LSU are deniers of Jesus Christ. So the evil satanic Freemasons who control this world will let Nebraska win on Saturday. And Oklahoma head coach Brent Venables will be forced to lose to Nebraska as a sacrifice for being in the position he is currently in. Parentheses, getting the head coaching job at Oklahoma without being fired at his previous job at Clemson, in parentheses. Mark my words. Watch. Every single Nebraska football player who intentionally lost games on purpose so that Scott Frost would be fired should immediately be permanently banned for life from ever playing any college sport at any level ever again. Hashtag Nebraska, hashtag Hucksters, hashtag GBR.
Vince, now listen.
What? There's no way that's real. There's no
so
way that's
let me,
real.
Let me say. So I want to say, obviously, I'm a big improv guy. I'm a big yes and. That's not real. It's not real.
There's no way that guy
problem
is
is-
serious.
The problem is that is 100%. I dug deeper. I had to ask. That is that person's like belief system.
There's no way.
That is that person's
so
beliefs.
absurd. What if everything comes true? What if
The
everything he
Illuminati.
says-
It's the Illuminati, guys.
They care about college football. The Illuminati does. Holy cow! I had to share.
Thank you.
I read
That's
that.
great. That's
and
great content.
Yeah, it was great.
No way it's real, but
Dude, I didn't want to believe it either, but
so
I mean,
That's hilarious.
Let's pay.
That makes actually a little bit more sense than the other defending ones that I've seen, but mostly because it's like, I mean I get it. It's been super frustrating that we have not been able to keep anybody around. We fired Bo Pelini because he said bad words and they were naughty and I was not a fan of that, but at the same time we were I think stagnating with him anyways.
Yeah.
With the lot we shouldn't have fired Solich, and that's where
we're
that's
in
all
college football hell.
Yeah, no.
So with all that being said, we want to pay tribute. We want to honor. So we made a joke. Tim made a joke 5 years ago.
for those
Hold
watching,
that right up to- hold it
yeah,
right
for
up
those
to
watching
camera.
on YouTube
Can you
here,
see it?
This is Yukon Jack's imported permafrost schnapps
From Canada.
from Canada. So Tim bought this fifth of alcohol, this bottle of schnapps as a tribute to Frost. 'Cause
right before the first season.
because
yeah.
we hired one of the top coaching candidates in college football.
I thought I would.
And this is great, Tim.
Yeah.
How have you had this for 5 years?
Well,
you're not gonna drink all that.
Well,
I
I
probably
meant
would
it to have around, like every
victory.
every victory, every touchdown. I thought this thing would be gone the
Tim
first
was-
half of that season.
Tim was ready. Tim
Yeah.
was ready to demolish
We
this
all were.
bottle of Frost schnapps in tribute to Scott Frost and the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it didn't work out so well, and 5 years later, he still has the same bottle of schnapps.
First win, second win, third win, fourth win, fifth win, sixth win, seventh win, eighth win, ninth win. I made it too big.
That's
but
all right.
it was.
You get the point if you're
Yeah.
watching on YouTube. If you don't follow along on YouTube, subscribe to the Garage Talk Podcast
Yeah.
on YouTube. So we are all going to have a drink of Frost
I-
schnapps in either honor or disgust of the tenure, whatever you want it to be,
Whatever you feel.
this is going to be awful, but here we go.
It's out of pity.
Can schnapps expire?
It's 100 proof and 50% alcohol. I mean, it's essentially mentholated ethanol. So,
And this is what drinking this is what it's like to be a Nebraska fan for the last 5 years.
I have not touched this in a long time. So yeah, but yeah, we're all gonna take a drink of this, and then I'm gonna dump it down the toilet.
Cheers, Tim.
Cheers
To Scott Frost and the Scott Frost era. Go ahead, Vince.
Actually, that's not as bad as I remember.
Tim's like, I'm not going to dump this stuff the drain. What am I saying?
I'll actually finish
I'll
that.
drink this tonight.
It's just like
It smells like toothpaste.
Yeah,
it smells like toothpaste.
no, it's like a Star Crunch or not Star Crunch, Star Bright mint. You know, a Brock's.
Bigger drink, Vince. Bigger. Yeah, that was a good pull. Vince is not.
It's actually
I
not.
hate mint.
Yeah. Oh, you hate mint.
It does
Okay.
taste. It does smell like toothpaste.
Mhm.
Fuck.
So before I go, obviously I have a monologue written.
So bad. Sorry. I was trying not
Stop
to be
screaming! My kids are sleeping.
That's so gross.
I just want to say to Scott Frost, since I know you're listening, Scott, it's not personal. Like, I
don't hate you. Vince
love
does
you.
apparently.
I wish I could have got a monologue. Shit.
I love you as a person, Scott Frost. I wish it would have worked out here. It didn't work out for whatever reason, and that's that. You failed miserably, but it is what it is, and what happened. I wish you all the best in the future, and I hope that you bounce back from this. I hope you get a coordinating assistant job at Alabama, spend there for a year or two, bounce back into the head coaching ranks, and you make the most of it, and you find peace, joy, love, and happiness. So yeah, I have no ill will against him. I think Nebraska's football issues are very, very large and expand more than just coaching. Granted, his coaching was a lot of issues in of itself. But Scott, thanks for your effort here. I think you did try until these last 3 games. I honestly believe that. And here's to you.
Scott, I just want to say while Tyler takes this drink is that, I hope while you find this new job, you get to do a lot of that golfing that you know you'd like to do while you're on recruiting, and a lot of drinking of margaritas.
That is terrible.
I know you like to drink margaritas and golf,
That is
Scott.
terrible.
Even though that costs
Does he?
us
Is that real?
recruits, even though that costs
Is
us
that true?
recruit- Did I not say that last week?
Your
You,
inside source.
yeah, you got this.
Oh, that's right.
You got your
you
weird
inside us.
your weird forums.
Well,
Easy.
I have sources. Okay.
It's not a forum.
There's
is
nothing.
It is
It's
a
nothing.
Twitter feed.
Yeah, Twitter. Yep.
I can.
No,
bleep all
we
that
literally
out.
we
Do
literally
you want
lost.
me to- Do you want me to bleep that out?
No, it's fine. It's literally
It's all over now anyway.
yeah. We literally lost like a 4-star QB recruit in Arizona, who's like dad was like,
Oh, dude, it's Arizona. You can't not drink margaritas and golf in Arizona.
I'm saying that's great, except for when the kid got his whole family to his house when Scott Frost was going to come visit, and then Scott Frost wasn't there, and they're like, "Where's Scott Frost?" So Dad calls Scott, "Hey man, where is he? Where are you?" And Scott goes, and again, this is all.
This is obviously
Hearsay.
all not true.
No, I don't know if it's not true.
It's the same group of people who are like,
Hearsay.
Scott Frost cheated on his wife with a cheerleader and a college student.
It
and stuff.
is a little interesting though that,
That-
that's the no. Hold on.
So
After
this is
that
the second time this has happened to a
After
coach.
that happened, though,
Is that like
it's
the
very
go-to?
interesting that was the first and I think only time he brought his like family out onto the field and be like, "No, look, guys, I'm a great dad. See, my wife loves me," and she's like, "Yeah." So, anyways, but yeah, he's like, "I don't think I'm gonna make it to this visit, man. I'm pretty drunk," and they're like, and immediately after that, I think it was.
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
I think this is a good light to shed for anybody who doesn't live in the Nebraska ecosystem. The rumor mill surrounding Nebraska football coaching is unreal. Everybody knows somebody who knows a player, or everybody knows somebody who knows a coach, and they have all the nitty-gritty details of what went wrong and what they did that was so shocking. I mean, we worked with a guy at Jiffy Lube years ago who talked about he knew his girlfriend knew somebody who was a nurse, and they knew that who's the Afro guy? Kenny Bell.
Kenny Bell.
Kenny Bell.
Afro Thunder
Kenny
to
Bell
you.
beat his girlfriend and took her to the hospital, and they healed her. But they knew he was beating her, and they kept it under wraps because he's a football. The rumors are unreal in this town.
Are you
And
s-
you buy
So
into
you're
it.
saying Lawrence Phillips is
I
in
buy
the-
innocent.
He's innocent.
I buy into the ones that like have a little bit more.
Scott Frost getting drunk on margaritas on a golf course is not credible.
But I'm saying is that these people who never mind. I'm not. I don't want to.
Yeah,
say
but we don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to give up your source.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
anyway, so that was shout out. He got $7.2 million to not coach anymore. Good for him.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't wait the 20 days, but I guess
How
I
funny
mean
would-
I get it.
That's how bad it was.
How
Yeah,
funny
I
though
get
would it
it,
be
yeah.
though? Because again, you don't believe that he's banging cheerleaders or whatever. But how funny would it
And
be? though,
apparently
finally-
so is Frank Solich. So yeah.
How funny would it be though if like Scott Frost leaves, wife divorces him, takes all that money from him, we never see him in head coaching again? How funny would that be?
It wouldn't be funny.
It's
It's
not funny
it's
at all,
It's not
actually.
fair that men get a bad rap immediately in the judicial system.
For banging girls who.
Doesn't mean they deserve to lose their money. We all go through personal stuff, Vince. That's all I'm saying. Not to say that Scott Frost ever did that, because I don't think his integrity would allow him to do something like that.
yeah, right. It's very.
I
I
don't-
always find the
no,
best
I-
in people, Vince. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't.
I just think
Besides
I
Todd
can't
Downing.
when you-
Besides Todd
I
Downing.
can't when you've stomped my favorite football team's like program.
Speaking of which,
lower than it's been.
So this I haven't shared it. I should share it, but it takes a lot of effort for me to go through that old podcast, so I never will. We virtually, if you're new to this podcast, we spoke Russell Wilson going into the Broncos into existence. It was a joke back in, was it December? I think it was December.
I told you guys. To shut
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
it was
I joked-
mid-season.
yeah, it was
or
like- I was
not,
like-
not
I was like-
mid-season.
I said it would be so funny if Russell Wilson went to the Broncos just to spite Vince. What do you know? Boom. A couple weeks ago, I talked about Urban Meyer coming to Nebraska. What if we accidentally willed,
It won't.
because this podcast willed that
It
into
won't.
existence?
Again, I know you don't believe my sources, but it won't happen.
I don't believe your sources.
Okay, that's fine. And again, when I'm right again about something, we'll see.
So yeah, that's the state
There-
of Nebraska.
there's no way that's
football.
happening. Yeah, no.
And we
Tim.
probably won't talk about Nebraska football again this year. For real this time.
What
Hey,
if
Mickey Joe's
Mickey
the
Jo-
answer, baby?
He's the hero.
yeah.
Bo Pelini
Fires Shernander and brings in somebody. Today,
You're getting me all
we
excited.
got the hope don't back, baby. Load me up. Fired into my veins.
I'm snorting this baby. Chop it.
Oh, that's a good bump.
baby. Husker football's back.
I'm just gonna
Cocaine,
I'm just gonna
steroids, dope.
Reverse sweep, baby. That's what we're doing.
I'm gonna take an edible and I'll see if it takes effect in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Tim's always the slow pace guy.
yeah. Yeah.
Woo. Anyways,
Anyway,
Should
yeah.
we do the challenge
no,
now?
we are doing that
Are we doing that?
after we just drank the worst liquor I think I've ever had in my body.
That was rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
That was not.
You could.
That was rubbing alcohol with
You'll-
toothpaste dissolved inside.
It only needs.
It tasted
That's
like.
It
exactly
only
what it
needs
is.
30 more % to be a disinfectant. I think actually. So.
Well, hold on. I want to start. So, are we gonna do the challenge before we do it?
I mean, I'm
Oh,
down. It's
we'll
good
do it.
content, I
It's-
guess.
It's good content. It wasn't
Fuck.
my idea. It wasn't Tim's idea. It wasn't Vince's
You should
idea.
probably like cut it separate, like maybe so it's like.
I'm not cutting anything.
Well, I mean,
editing is
but
too
but
much.
I mean, it's like. I don't know.
I'll explain what's happening. You grab it. Okay, so we're eating. What is it called? Pocky.
The Pocky One Chip Challenge.
It's called the Pocky One Chip, and apparently, like
Everybody's
Tony,
seen it.
Tony
Dude.
Hawk
You don't need to
and-
explain it to anybody.
Oh, everybody knows what this is. I think Grady did this on the
1,000
Didn't
people
Grady
have
do
done
this on his podcast?
Yeah, I did it like 2 years ago during COVID.
So we're
when-
copying.
Ooh, and it turns your tongue blue, dude.
Yeah.
We're copying Grady. Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
Should
It
we
wasn't.
not do it for that sole fact alone?
I have
Shit, yeah, if we-
I have 3 chips. I'm not going to eat them all.
There's
Wait,
3
if
in
we-
each of these.
No,
No, I
one
mean-
in each of these.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But what happens though when we do this and then all of a sudden our podcast is over?
What do you?
Oh.
Pocky chips killed the Nebraska Beer 30 podcast. Hold on. Does anybody want to do this? Tim's wife bought this for us.
you were the one that was all for it. Actually, you were like,
I was drunk
see
when
what-
I said that, Tim.
Peeling back the curtain now.
no,
huh?
you said, no, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Peel
I
back
won't. I
that
won't even.
kimono.
I
You
will
were.
do-
You
well,
weren't.
here's
You
the
weren't
thing, I'll
even
do
gonna have.
anything.
You were. You're like, I don't need milk.
I don't.
You're an attention
I'm
whore.
not a coward. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't need milk.
No, I don't
Did
think.
you
it,
bring milk?
I don't think
Tim?
it comes. Yes, I did. It does not
Yeah,
come with
me-
a glove.
I don't know how to open this box.
Do you guys have? It's literally just tape.
Well, I know you've done it at least 3 times, but
Do you have any like vinyl gloves, bud, left over?
No, I don't have vinyl gloves.
just don't
Okay, I'm
just don't touch your eye.
Or your wiener? Like what? You have to pee every 2 minutes, Tim. Like what's gonna happen when you have to go to the bathroom?
I will wash my hands.
You think it just comes off with one wash? You're gonna have to wash your hands for 30 minutes. God damn it! Why are we doing this?
true. I'm just gonna eat out of the wrapping. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
turns
turns your
your
mouth blue.
tongue blue. Yeah, actually. Yeah, just don't.
Hold on.
Just
What
use the
what are the
wrapper.
rules of the challenge? Do I have to eat this whole
Oh,
chip?
here it tells us. Here, I got you.
All
I
right,
got
there you
I'll
go.
read it.
All right.
I ripped my box open, so I can't read the instructions on it.
Okay, yeah. So,
Oh, this is
how long can
This
you
smells bad,
last
too.
before you short circuit eating or drinking anything for relief? 1 minute, powerless. You're weak. You're worthless. That's what it says right here.
Worthless.
10 minutes, powerful. Still not the greatest, but you're strong.
Okay, that's a
You're
lot
strong
of
will.
Hold on, that's a lot of time. I don't really want to.
30 minutes, supercharged. You're a demigod. I'm making up part of these. 1 hour,
I just bur- I just-
invincible.
hold
You're
on.
above man.
I just burped and tasted Aquafresh.
Well, that we have the coolant there as well if the milk.
Hold on, guys.
Wait, do we
hold on.
actually have coolant? Because I might want to fucking
Hold on,
die.
do we really want to do this?
No, you
There
wanted
are-
to.
they're already
you
open.
talked a big game.
These were
now you gotta
$10
live
I didn't
up.
know I had to.
Is it consequences?
These are $10 a piece.
I didn't know I had to last
Holy
for 30
shit, Tim.
minutes.
Oh my god.
I didn't know I had to eat this
Oh
for
my
30
God.
minutes.
You don't have to eat it. You eat it all
Look
at
at
once.
this. Look at the amount of seasoning on this.
Put
Oh,
it
yeah.
put it to the camera.
It's
Nobody
co-
else can
it's
see
coated.
Holy, you can't tell.
It's coated.
Oh my.
Yeah.
it. So what do we do? For
You eat the
Okay,
whole
w-
thing.
So
One
so
chip.
we're all just gonna eat this and then just turn the podcast off.
no.
Nobody wants to sit here and watch us for 30 minutes.
I've-
Well, it
a lot
doesn't
of
have
people
to be
have done
30
it.
minutes,
A lot of
but-
people have done it and have gotten success from it.
What are we at?
Tyler, the
we're-
podcast can't get any worse. So.
Easy. We're at an hour.
We're GTOT. Watch
GTOT.
us
If you wanna-
cry.
Hey, thanks for joining the Garage Talk podcast. Hey, if you want to stick around and watch us kill ourselves, come be an accessory to suicide. And otherwise, thanks for listening and watching.
You're gonna get us
Have a
flagged for
good-
that.
Also, we did Vince, him and I ate
S
dried.
word.
We ate dried habanero peppers
That
for the
was
Game
awful.
of Thrones.
Yeah.
You think
This
will
is
be
worse
worse
than
You
that.
think so?
This
I don't
is-
think so.
I don't
This
think
is
so. That was
That's-
pretty bad.
That was bad because I get.
I think
dry
this is gonna
immediately.
get worse.
I-
worse
but I have a
than
small
that.
mouth. I can't fit this whole chip in at one
You-
time.
Don't be
Well-
a bitch then.
You can take a couple bites, but you have to do it all at one time. Otherwise, you're just extending the pain.
Well, can I have a glove? I don't really want to touch it.
Oh my god.
You have the thing. Just
Alright,
don't touch it.
We ready?
Here goes nothing.
Hey, let's cheers it.
Cheers. Also, if again, if you're listening to the podcast, come check us out on YouTube, Garage Talk Podcast.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Oh, hey, awful.
These Pocky chips are brought to you by the Groom Room. GroomRoomInc.com. Check them out.
Oh no.
The GroomRoomInc.com.
Oh no.
Don't breathe in very heavily when you bite it either.
Jokes on you. Jokes on you. I haven't eaten mine yet. I'm not
Oh,
going. I'm not
no,
going
Tyler. Oh no. Oh no.
I will.
What have we done?
I will force feed it to you.
Why did we do? Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, this is an awful idea.
to. It's really gross.
It doesn't taste good at all.
Oh, I got the hiccups.
Do not throw up in my office.
No, it's just the hiccups. Uh-oh. Who's Nate Dogg? Whew.
The wrapper.
Woo! Oh my god.
No, I got this for him if he was gonna barf.
I don't puke from hot stuff.
That is hot.
I puke from drinking.
Do we have a timer?
I'm not timing this. I'm really mad because that tastes disgusting.
Yeah.
Bathroom's out there, Vince.
No, it's not that. It's hot.
Well, yeah. Make sure you get it out of your teeth, otherwise it just keeps going.
That was really gross.
I'm crying. Oh, give me the milk.
Give me the milk.
Oh god.
Give me the milk next to. That's so gross.
Holy shit, Tim.
Eh.
The tongue is blue. That's really gross.
Oh. Oh, it's so. It doesn't last long. The relief. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Keep passing it.
Ah.
We should have got glasses.
Woo! Sorry,
Yeah, it
kid.
definitely lingers.
Yeah, it does. A little bit.